Well, first off, my teammates did a hell of a job getting me the ball, keeping my confidence pretty high. And they got the ball to me when I was opening in my spots, and I was able to knock them down.
Rashad, is this what you envisioned when you came to Oakland? Is this what you thought?
Winning, yes.
Do you have any other questions for Rashad?
Yeah, Rashad, you shot very well from three-point behind the arc, hitting 7 threes. But what do you contribute to your free throw shooting? You were 14 for 15 from the line.
Well, Coach Kampe puts a big emphasis on making free throws, and I just wanted to focus on every time I got to the line, just take it step by step, shot by shot, and knock them all down.
Rashad, you had 30 family members or so in the building tonight. That gave you a little extra juice.
Absolutely. Seeing my loved ones is always good, playing in front of them. And then I grew up not too far from here, so it was fun.
A lot of great things happened for us tonight for the way our season's going. And we were kind of on the brink of disaster, and we're playing our arch rival. And I told them normally all we do is focus on Detroit. And this week we talked more about it's not just Detroit. This is just the season-saving game. You know, things are really going the wrong way, and we need to come out now and show that we can win a close game. We've got to come out now and show that, it's February and it's time to win. And I was very pleased with the way we played. I was very pleased with the contributions. I've never inserted a player, especially a dynamic player like Rashad, in the middle of January into a lineup before. And I didn't know if it was going to go great or if it was just going to blow everything. And then it appeared that it was starting to blow everything because we'd lost 4 in a row, a couple close ones, 3 close ones, and a disaster against UIC. And Rashad felt a lot of pressure. You know, he gave up a full year because he believed he could make a difference on our young team. And he was really pressing and pushing. And, he's shooting 20-some% from the 3, 28% from the floor. He was making some mistakes defensively. And I just had no problem with it because of how hard he plays. And I knew his track history. I mean, he made 93 threes last year at Cleveland State. He shot 42%. I know it was track history. So it was just a matter of folding him in. We needed him to have a big game so that everybody accepted it and had some confidence, and we got that today. So it should really help us move forward. Unfortunately for us, we go into the Lion's Mouth our next 2 games at Wright State and at Northern Kentucky. But, it's the way it falls, and I feel really good about this was a step forward for my basketball team.
Questions for Coach? Said it maybe looked like a poor decision after 4 games, like you lost 4 straight. Was there any second guessing going on? Do you consider maybe readjusting, pulling them out?
Well, you can't. I second guess myself on everything I do, so I mean, I get the dark meat at Gus's. I was thinking maybe I should have had the chicken breast after. Yeah, well, that was good, but maybe that chicken breast would have been better. So everything I do in my life, I second guess. I had any intelligence that I ever thought I had that beat out of me 30 some years ago in this business. And, it's a very humbling business, and you go decision to decision, day to day, knowing if you're doing the right thing or not. You just got to stick true to your beliefs. And I believe that Rashad is going to make us a better team, and that with him and with those 2 seniors and with how good our young kids have been growing and getting better, that by the end of this, when we get into the tournament, that we could make a run. The question is can we get home games? And then the other question is we can't win at home, so maybe we don't want home games. So, there's just a lot of things that go through your mind.
Coach, Kevin Kangu probably won't be in Nolan's story there, but the last 2 games, I think 13 total assists, 0 turnovers. Talk about the impact he's had.
I haven't even looked at those numbers yet, but, Kevin played 3 minutes in the first half. We come in the locker room. I didn't even see Trey get hit. So when they said Trey's out, he's got a concussion, I was like, Trey's probably the one guy in this league that can guard him. I mean, Trey's length and athleticism, and Trey loves it. I mean, if you ask Trey what's the most important thing that you can do in basketball, he said, guard Davis, because he loves that, And now I look at Kangu at halftime, and now I tell him you're starting, but you got Davis, And so I got to give Kevin a lot of props. I give Dan Oladapo. I thought he played a great game for us. We did a lot of really good things tonight that we've those that watch us play, we've been ahead like this in many games, and we've blown every one of them. We've lost 8 one-possession games. You know, imagine if we'd have won those 8 games, where everybody'd be saying a lot of different things about us. But it's a growth thing when you play. We have 10 new players and 7 freshmen. It's a growth thing, and we've stayed true to growing and stayed true to what we believe in, and not try to change things. And we got rewarded today. Now we got to go back into the lab and keep working.
12-2 now against Detroit Mercy. What do you think it is that you just keep smacking every year?
Man, I love the way you put that question.
And I'm a Detroit Mercy guy.
But I love the way that word smack is a nice word. I didn't say that word, but I liked hearing it from you. There's a long history of why it's a rivalry. It is a rivalry, and as long as I'm the coach at Oakland, it'll be the 2 most important games we play. We will. I mean, they get a text. When the day our season ends, they'll probably get a text that says 420 days before we play Detroit once I get the schedule. So it is an important game for Oakland. It always will be. It's an important game for our fan base, and we will always put everything we have into this game as long as I'm the coach at Oakland. And some people are hoping that's only a couple more days, but I'm working on it.
Coach, I have a question. With about 12 minutes left in the second half, Brandon and Xavier both had 4 fouls. What was going through your mindset, because Miller was playing pretty well for them in the post, and with your 2 bigs with 4 fouls, what was your thought process going through those rotations and trying to rotate guys in and out?
From a strategy standpoint, what was going through my mind was we had a lead and a solid lead, and so we don't want to double him. We doubled him in the first half, and he didn't hurt us, but they missed some open looks. What we don't want to do when we're up 8 with 10 minutes to go is double and give up a 3. I'd have rather had Miller score and only get 2, and so that's why we chose to go that route. It didn't look good. It, like, what the hell are they doing? But they were getting 2, and I could just see us doubling, and then Calipari gets going. And what we couldn't let happen is Moore and Calipari and Ianni. Those 3 guys, we couldn't let them get going. We knew Davis was going to get his, but we think we have a game a blueprint on how to guard Davis. I mean, he had 26, but he had 25 shots. And so we like our blueprint. We didn't want to stray from it at that point with those guys in foul trouble. And what I told him is his 2 points are more important than your 5th foul. So just get between him and the basket. Let him. If he scores, he scores. When we get into the last 3 minutes, we'll decide what we're going to do with him. And so that was what the strategy was. From a spectator standpoint, it probably looked like, man, that coach doesn't know what he's doing. He's just giving up layups. But that was the reason.